Ladies and gentlemen, these people are so incompetent that even when they're given a sweetheart deal by an administration going after the direct political rival, so Trump's getting indicted for everything under the sun that he didn't do, okay? Hush money payments were not a crime. He was the one extorted in New York, okay? They were misdemeanors that had to be elevated in New York to felonies, and there wasn't even an FEC violation, whereas Clinton and the DNC were fined by the FEC. Then the classified data nonsense, he was president with the power to declassify. Clinton had servers siphoning classified data outside the U.S. government, and Hunter has been accused of repackaging, summarizing classified data to facilitate business deals, but a judge rejected the plea deal for crimes that are misdemeanors that were leveled at Hunter, Joe Biden's son, because the actual grandiose bribes, kickbacks, pay-to-play schemes, quid pro quo schemes, the laptop, hundreds of millions of dollars in shell corporations, working on the board of directors of an oil and gas corporation when he knows nothing about oil and gas, doesn't speak the language, and oh, by the way, that country has been invaded now for the past year under Biden's watch, and I said voting for Trump is a moral imperative if you don't want never-ending military conflict. But I'll read you this. USA Today, Hunter plea deal on hold. The Telegraph, judge rejects Hunter plea deal. And Hunter plea deal collapses in court. Business Insider. Why? Washington Free Beacon. Judge says Hunter Biden's legal team impersonated Republican to hide evidence and is now going to impose sanctions. A federal judge on Tuesday accused Hunter Biden's legal team of pretending to work for a Republican congressman to get a court filing removed from the public docket. This is so hilarious that, you're talking, they're so incompetent. Everyone on the planet knows that they're covering up for Hunter. The entire universe, even the Martians that they say don't exist, know that Hunter is being taken care of. And they're utilizing the U.S. government to level indictments to Trump, to knock him out of 24, and to pretend they're, on the other hand of the equation, on the other side of the equation, protecting, just like with the Honorable James Comey, couldn't find intent, so Clinton unintentionally had servers for 4 years outside, and of course President Obama didn't know. He learned from CNN. You'd have to be an imbecile to believe all of this stuff. But everyone knows what's taking place. You have Joe's son, who is one of the key individuals in a long-standing racket that dates back to Tammany Hall. Democrats sell access to the government through either speeches or foundation or a laptop. They don't have a golf course or an apprentice TV show or a casino or a hotel. They're not selling a product. They're selling the government. Or the allure. If they don't alter U.S. foreign policy, it's the promise of one day, or the allure, or the image that one day they'll alter U.S. foreign policy. So, hey, you know what? At least you're not going to get investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation if you do any work with the Bidens or the Clintons. So that, even if they do nothing for you, you know you're in good with the U.S. government. Hit subscribe, by the way, to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hit subscribe. Share this everywhere. So, to read my writing, by the way, in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications, go to hagoodman.com. And to my Patreons, thank you. To my members on this channel, thank you so very much for just being members. If you want to become a member, please do. The next couple of months, I'll do a lot more. But a lot of great things are happening, thank God. And by 24, we will have an interview with somebody amazing 3 times a week, or maybe even every single day. So this channel is going to be transformed into, obviously my thoughts and my analysis on things, but also into a place like many other major channels where you can have interviews and discussions. And I have a broad range of things that I enjoy, from politics. So one day we'll talk to a general. Next day we'll talk to a WWE Hall of Famer. Next day we'll talk to a presidential candidate. So it'll be fantastic. That'll begin probably in a couple of months. I would say by September, October, we'll be rocking and rolling. And you'll see the channel really flourish. But let's just read this. U.S. District Judge who is set to decide whether to approve. So they didn't. So this was yesterday, but the judge rejected the plea deal, said that a member of Biden's team misrepresented who she worked for to get evidence removed from the docket. I mean, look, not only do you have the business relationships, let's just say the evening relationships of Hunter, the people that he is on video with, okay, like getting as much information as possible, likely for other countries, because that's a long-standing also technique by spy agencies and intel agencies. Okay, all of these, like the Republicans, but mainly the Democrats, are so compromised it's unbelievable because they get away with more. Okay, you have one representative who had a romantic relationship with a person who is known to be an intelligence official. Okay, and he is just on Twitter all the time. And then he made a certain sound on TV, whatever. That's a whole other story. Then you have Hunter. I mean, then you Bill and Hillary, and it's like servers. And then you have Abedin with classified data a week before November of 2016. I mean, like, it's a complete farce. If you are paying attention, the mania over Trump serves to shield Democrats from the reality of their own political party. How completely dysfunctional it is. How many people in this country look at Vice President Harris and President Biden and say, those people have really inspire me to do great things? How about nobody? Okay, those people preside over a fantastic economy. Nobody says that. This is not a great economy. Interest rates are going up, making it difficult for people to, to conduct very numerous business ventures because inflation was ignored by this administration. We can go on forever. They ignored inflation in 21. They said it was temporary. Then they said, oops, we messed up. Let's raise interest rates through the roof so we don't get into a second recession. This is the only president in history where you possibly have two recessions, 2 consecutive years, and people still say, oh, good economy. Meanwhile, with Trump, we had, and poverty is up from when Trump left office. Real wages are down. Real wages have continued to remain down, meaning that when wages go up, the take-home pay is less than what it is to live. You're losing money on your paycheck with Biden because inflation for rent, energy, food is through the roof still. With Trump, we had record low poverty, record highs in household median income. Poverty was at its record low for every demographic group. What did Trump do to these morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats to obsess over this man? They talk about like supremacy and all that. Okay, poverty rates directly correlate to crime, homelessness, all of these things. Inequities. The poverty rates correlate directly to if certain areas of the country are not equal. And poverty has increased under Biden. And they hook up Hunter, and it's like still. Still, there's the hubris, the arrogance. They call up like, this is a Make America Great Again Republican. Oh, by the way, whatever it is we want hidden, we're that Republican. Just go ahead and we want that taken out of the public record. We do. Okay, bye. And long live Trump. Bye. All right, we didn't do anything wrong. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to the channel.